YouTube? I just finished watching Pep Squad. Now, Pep Squad is a Troma release, but it's very weird. It's one of the ones that was distributed by Troma. I do not believe Troma funded this, but it plays a lot, especially at the beginning, it plays a lot like a Troma film. So, for instance, there's a character who keeps falling. Like, right at the beginning, she walks into school and she falls. This is an interesting movie. Now, the front cover says it's Clueless meets John Waters. That's not quite the case. This movie came out in '98. To me, it's kind of a combination of The Craft, John Waters. The back also says 16 Candles and Heathers. It has a combination of a lot of stuff. I do need to mention that there might be a trigger warning with this movie. There's a lot of school violence, and there's also the assault of someone in power by one of the students. Basically what happens, and this is just going to be a brief rundown, it is around prom time, and 8 girls are selected for, like, I don't know what to call it. They have a name for it, but I can't remember it. It's like the prom runoff or something like that, where you choose out of these 8 women which one will be prom queen. That is a story, and also you have Beth, whose parents are getting a divorce, and Beth is also not invited. Beth is brought to the principal's office where the principal assaults her. And I'm not going to give anything away after that. And then it takes a very weird turn. Like, yeah, there's a very strange turn throughout it that's really funny, but it does involve a lot of school violence and just the upping of school violence in like a Wile E. Coyote way. That's the best way to describe it. It's really funny, and it's honestly unlike anything I've seen and Troma has put out. Like I said, it's similar to The Craft. It's similar to All Cheerleaders Die in a way. And there's dark humor running throughout it, so this is really fun. It was directed by, I believe, Steve Balderson. Yes, Steve Balderson. Interesting fact, there is a character named Suicide Chick. That should tell you the type of movie this is. Suicide Chick went on to become a costume designer and a costume buyer for the current show 911 Lone Star. That's kind of cool to me. Her name is Megan McDonald. She went on to become a costume designer and costume buyer for a lot of big movies. Or big movies, TV shows, so that's kind of neat. But Pep Squad, I highly recommend Pep Squad, with a caveat. See, I tried watching this on 2 different TVs, because there are scenes from this DVD, and again, it came out in '98, but there are scenes that look off on modern televisions with a 4K player. So I recommend, if you see this and you pick up this DVD, watch it on a DVD player or an older TV with a DVD player. Because in certain scenes, things look really blurry or really compressed, almost like you're watching it through internet almost, where it gets really blurry because you're downloading something. This is the first DVD I've noticed this on. It might be on others, but for the other stuff I've watched, it's been not an issue. So, yeah, so Pep Squad, I highly recommend it. I don't know if it's on sale at Troma. Probably is, if they have it in stock. Any of these movies that you want to check out, Google, like, for instance, Pep Squad, Troma Direct, and it should give you an exact link, or just Pep Squad Troma, and it should give you a link to the fact that Troma released Pep Squad, and then it'll tell you whether you can buy it on Troma Direct or not. So, yeah, I highly recommend Pep Squad. This was a great watch. I might watch this again, like, not super soon, but I'd watch it again. There are extras on here. There is a commentary. There's a documentary about the making of this, which I didn't I didn't realize that's what it was. It just says Wemago. Wemago, Making Movies Anywhere is a documentary. Then you get your standard Troma trailers and all that. So, thank you for tuning in for my review of Pep Squad. As a reminder, it is no longer a double feature. It's going to be single reviews. The reason why I switched from double to single reviews is after a Patreon review of one movie I reviewed twice, followed it up with a movie that was kind of boring, I decided to stop the double reviews. So it's going to be a single review, but that'll give you more content to look forward to. However, patrons have something exclusive that will not be on YouTube whatsoever. What patrons have to look forward to is I will be comparing Tromeo and Juliet the Blu-ray to the Tromeo and Juliet I will be comparing Tromeo and Juliet the Blu-ray to the Tromeo and Juliet 2-disc edition. I will be comparing the Blu-ray of Lust for Freedom to the DVD from Vinegar Syndrome of Lust for Freedom, and Terror Firmer, the 2-disc edition, to Terror Firmer, the Blu-ray edition. Patrons of $5 or more, what will they have to look forward to? Well, they get the Blu-ray review, but they'll also get special feature reviews of certain Blu-rays. And they might get some extra stuff other than that. So it's a good time to be a patron of $1 or more. You'll get bonus reviews. You will get the comparing of Troma DVDs to either Troma Blu-rays or who else released them, Blu-rays and stuff like that. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want, become a patron at patreon.com/IamMrCheeseballProductions. And thank you for supporting me. And we will see you guys here on YouTube next month with a Troma review of the Hall Monitor. So, thank you for watching. Hall Monitor. So, the Hall Monitor, reading, writing, and reloading, it does deal with school violence. However, this one is actually, it's different. I'm not quite sure the best way to describe it. Well, I know how to describe it. This says it's 16 Candles meets Dirty Harry meets Class of Nukem High. That's not true. This is a Dirty Harry parody that is set in a high school. And it's a one-note joke, but it's a one-note joke that is really funny. Daniel Fromm, who plays the Hall Monitor, is really funny at doing his Dirty Harry impression. The principal is basically Dirty Harry's boss. The principal is basically the boss in Dirty Harry, and the bad guys are all kids from like Votech, which is underneath the actual high school. So yeah, this is a really funny parody movie. Again, though, there is violence in high school, and this came out at a terrible time. Apparently, this came out around the same time as Columbine happening. So, not good, but it did win awards. It won an Atlantic Film Festival award for, I think, Best Picture and Best Actor with Daniel Fromm. There is an intro before this by Lloyd Kaufman, and it's not one of his where he's going, and now the movie is... He actually says the title of the movie and does like a Troma intelligence test. The only thing I can think of is this had to have been shot around the same time as Parts of the Family, because they reused some people from Parts of the Family on this. So, the Hall Monitor, I highly recommend it. Again, go to Troma Direct or Troma.com and pick this up because it is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. Again, it's a parody of Dirty Harry set in high school. It should not work, but it does. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.